Hey, Namaste, bitches. I'm Teresa Judice. I'm here with my co-host, Melissa Feaster.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Our Namaste, bitches. I'm Melissa Feaster, and I'm so excited, Teresa. We are in episode 4, baby.
I'm so excited. We got to keep it going, baby.
So, Teresa, I thought that we could kind of start the show a little different this week because October 8th is your 1-year anniversary of you and Louie moving in and living together with your blended family. And because of that, we have a question from one of our amazing Namaste Bitches listeners. She emailed us at namastebpodcast@gmail.com. And this is from Nancy Jeanette. And she wrote to us, Teresa, I'm so excited to listen to your podcast. Teresa, how are you and your girls coping with living with Louie and his family? You have all been on your own for a while. You and your girls look so happy. What a great job you have done.
Thank you, Nancy, for writing in and for wanting to know about my family and how it's been going with Louie and his son. So, yeah, since we've been living together a year, there was like 2 mishaps that happened between little Louie and Melania, and then a misunderstanding between little Louie and Gabriella. And I have to say, like, Melania is more reactive and it goes from 0 to 100 right away. So, but
That's shocking.
Yeah. And then Melania went knocking on little Louie's door, and then he didn't open his door, which that was the best thing he could do at that moment. And then a few days later, like, they talked about it and got past it, which was awesome. Now, Gabrielle is totally different. It was over texting. You see, they were texting. And then Gabriella went up to Louie and said, she's like, can we talk about it? Because it just happened recently.
That's nice.
Yeah. And she's like, can we talk about it? Tomorrow's my birthday. She's like, I just want to clear it up, blah, blah, blah. And they did talk about it and it was cleared up.
And they squashed it like adults.
Yes. And it was like, and I love that. And then like the next day was Gabriella's birthday. And Gabriella told me that little Louie wrote her the most beautifulest card. And I thought that was so sweet.
I mean, Teresa, for living together for a year and you guys only have really 2, not even major incidents, that's pretty good odds.
And that happens because Melania and Gia have gotten into it. And even Gabriella and Melania, and they moved past it. So I guess, you know what I like about it? Not that I want any mishaps to happen, but it does happen between siblings.
Of course.
And I loved Gabriella's speech at the wedding. She took out step. She's like, I don't believe in step, like stepbrother, stepfather. And she took that word out. Remember, Melissa, you were there.
Really nice. It was very inclusive of everybody. Like no one's a step. Everybody is in this family together. The same. I mean, listen, Teresa, 2 in a year you guys have had. Growing up, I think we had 2 a day.
Oh my! Wait, why?
So
how many siblings were you guys?
Yeah. So my parents divorced when I was 5.
Okay.
They both remarried right back to back when I was 6.
Okay.
And through that, there were 7 girls.
7 girls, like between your mom and father, and they were in separate houses, correct?
No, I mean, we were all at one time at my dad and stepmom's. There could be 6 of us girls at one time.
Oh my God. How is that?
I mean, you have 4 girls. Okay. You know the math. You just said Gia and Melania could go at it and really kick each other's ass. I mean, our family, it was insane. We didn't even have places to go to hide when we were fighting, let alone to store all of our tampons and everything else. Okay. It was madness. But like you said, growing up, it's like right now people are like, oh, they're all real. After a while, you're with them for so many years, decades. It's like you want to be inclusive. And I just say there's 7 of us. If you break it down, there's only some that are real and there's the rest are step and there's a half in there too. But there were 7 of us growing up and it got wild. Not even the dogs were females.
Oh my God. We have 4 dogs and they're all female.
You see?
So I feel bad because it's It's Louie and little. We call him Little Louie. That's because they're both named the same. So it's Big Louie and Little Louie, and then Louie's oldest son. He's 21. He comes to stay with us every other weekend, and he's on the spectrum. He has autism, and we have to ask him. He has to be prompted to
You
ask
have to keep
to
asking the
speak.
questions and he'll answer.
Yes, so we prompt him, and then he'll answer the
So
questions.
Nicholas is 21.
So for Nicholas's 21st birthday, he loves Coldplay, so we took him to go see
That's
Coldplay. We had so
incredible. I
much
mean,
fun.
I don't think people understand how difficult that can be. You have four girls, right? You have little Louie, and then you have Nicholas. And on top of this, that's why I don't think people understand either what a great dad Louie is.
Yeah, he's a great dad. And little Louis is going to be 19 next month.
Okay, so Nicholas is 21 and little Louie is almost 19.
Yes, next month.
But how is it then living? So you're used to and on your own with four girls and you and even female dogs. And then you have essentially three guys move in. I mean, I know for me, I'm always naked. I walk around naked. Josh is like, I'm guaranteed that the neighbors have seen you naked.
Well, it's so funny because Melania used to be like that. Melania used to walk around naked in our house all the time. So that was an adjustment for her. And Gia, she lives at college. So she only lives here like in the summer and like on breaks from school.
Got it. So that was the biggest thing, is just not being naked and keeping clothes on.
Yeah. And then I guess little Louis, like he wasn't used to how the girls are. The girls, they're very like they're not used to all the dog hair and everything. And so, you know, they're just a little bit more I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Like I guess they're a little bit more OCD
Yeah.
than little Louis is. But little Louis, Louis always had like someone to clean the house like 3 times a week. When we first moved in, it was like somebody every other week. And then I'm like, oh my God, with all the dog hair, we needed somebody. Now we have someone twice a week.
So Louis was used to kind of having somebody help him with his chores and cleaning up and this and that.
Yes. And then I think he saw the girls and then yeah, he got more into it, which was so cute, which I love that.
So the girls being independent and doing their own thing and cleaning up after themselves and making beds kind of motivated Louis to get his shit together a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well,
So
I
it
mean,
was
that
cute.
was in our house, nothing was being done for you. So, we got rewarded because if we did all of our chores, we'd get money.
Oh, I like that.
And if we did our chores and we were following the rules and keeping the plate, it's a lot of people. If there are 6 girls at one time, someone's mom and dad aren't, or mom and stepmom and dad aren't keeping up after you all the time. So we get rewarded with allowance, with money. And then we also get rewarded, which was the biggest thing I always wanted, was Snapple.
Oh, I like that.
For some reason, if we did great stuff cleaning up the whatever our room or doing chores, we would get Snapples as our reward. So
I like
we
that.
didn't drink pop ever growing up. It was just the Snapple, and it was like heaven. So stepmom and dad win because the house is clean, and then we win because we get Snapples as a treat.
Yeah, I have to say, thank God my girls are so amazing. Like their rooms are always spotless. I never have to tell them to clean their rooms. They just do it. And Gabriella, she's the one that's really OCD. So she's always cleaning up the kitchen afterwards. So I'm like, I told her from now on, don't do it because it's like a lot for her to do her her homework and everything. I'm like, I got it, because she was doing a lot in the summer, like making sure the kitchen was all clean before she went to bed. I'm like, don't worry about it. I have it. And you just, worry about school and that's it. So now, it's better because she was like getting stressed out, making sure everything is clean. And the thing is, that's not her responsibility, So I was like, you know what, just worry about school. Louie and I will make sure before we go to bed, everything is tidy, and everything's clean.
You guys are incredible because, I mean, my parents were like, focus on school too, but they're also like, we have a house that we have to keep clean. So I need you to focus on that too. So, and another thing was with us, it was the bathroom doors. So it was, there's so many girls in and out. And if a bunch of us are sharing the bathrooms, someone's always in and out. So we always kept bathroom doors open. And then unfortunately, sometimes if my dad would walk by, he'd be like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
see that. But now it filters over here where I am so used to having bathrooms open no matter what I'm doing. And Josh is like, yo, you're going to the bathroom. Can you please close the door? How are you guys with like keeping doors? Are you an open door girl?
No, we like, you know what? Everyone has bathrooms in their bedrooms, so we don't have to worry about that.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But like when
So
they go to the bathroom, are you guys used because you were all the girls living together?
no, we always shut the door. I mean, if anything, maybe like I remember if used to go in Gia's room, then her door would be open in her because it was her bathroom. And then she'll be like, all right, mom, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, all right, sorry, why you have the door open? You should have it closed, So I would walk into her bathroom, not knowing that she was in on the toilet. So, but that's about it.
Is Louis private or is he more open?
He's private. Yeah, he's private. So am I. So we're both private. Yeah. And if I walk into the bathroom, he'll be, babe, I'm going to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, sorry. you know?
That's
Yeah. Wait, when we first started dating, listen to this one. The first time we went away, he would go take a ride and
go to the bathroom somewhere else.
Yes, not go to the bathroom in our room. And I thought that was so cute,
Because he's that private or he just didn't want you to smell anything?
He just didn't want me to smell anything. Yeah. Namaste Bitches is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We know that life can be super stressful. We do know it so much, Teresa, and it can be overwhelming and it can be hard to stay in problem-solving mode every time yet a new challenge comes up. But honestly, how great does it feel when you can figure out your own solution and conquer problems yourself? Teresa, how great is it? So great, but unfortunately, it's not always easy to do.
I just tried therapy for the first time while filming Housewives, which you guys will see next season. It was a great experience, and I wish I would have tried it sooner.
I'm so happy that you tried it, Teresa, that you're opening up about it because therapy can really help with all kinds of things: anxiety and depression, stress, emotional healing. I personally, as well, cannot say enough good things about therapy.
So if you're thinking about giving therapy a try, BetterHelp Online Therapy is a great option. Trust me, I rave about it now.
You live it, you believe it. It's convenient, it's accessible, affordable, and entirely online. You can connect with your own therapist on video, phone, or chat. You get matched quickly and can switch therapists if you're not jamming with them at any time.
When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can help you get there. Trust me. Visit betterhelp.com/Teresa today to get 10% off your first month.
That's betterhelp.com/Teresa. betterhelp.com/Teresa. So everybody, of course, wants to hear the love story between you and Louis, Teresa. But the real important love story is how you and I met.
Yes, and we need to tell everyone how we met.
Do you remember that glorious day? I'll never forget it.
Yes, I do. In California.
So, you guys, the little backstory about Teresa and I and how this all came about. For Side Piece, my other podcast, I had her amazing, incredibly awesome attorney and dear friend of Teresa, Jim Leonard, on. And he's a rock star and I love him. And we had a blast talking and we kept in touch. And then fast forward to the Ultimate Girls Trip premiere, which we all know Teresa did. And it was here in LA. And Teresa, you were coming here for the Ultimate Girls Trip premiere. Cynthia Bailey said, hey, Melissa, Mike can't go with me to the premiere. Can you come with me as my date? So, duh. I ditched the kids and Josh in 3 seconds. And I shoot up to the premiere as Cynthia's date. And then the whole crew starts coming in, including Teresa and Louis. And you guys, I'm not just saying this because I'm looking at her right now. Teresa, and P.S., I don't know if I even told you this. I was like, how is this girl going to be? Is she going to, be crazy in my face? Is she not going to like me? Is she going to be cool? I even told Jim, I was like, but is she going to be cool with me? Like meeting me? How is it going to be? And you and Louie walked in. You could not have been nicer. And then I ended up spending most of the night with Louie because you girls were on the stage and doing all your stuff. And so the
Right.
guests were together. And that's when Louie and I connected and talked and chatted up everything. And that's how we all met.
Yeah, that's how we met. And I thought you were lovely. I was like, I said, Jim, she's really sweet. And then that's how, I guess Jim and Melissa were like going to surprise me. And they were, because Jim, I was already going to do a podcast with someone else. And that took forever, that one. We're really close. So I guess he knew it wasn't right for me. And then he's like, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like, what's the surprise? And but it went on, yeah, the other podcast, like the paperwork was like like forever. Like it took over like a year. And then I was like, when are you gonna get that done already? But
Because
then
you really wanted to do a podcast.
yes, I really that's what I'm saying. Like when you put something out there in the universe, just put it out there because it does happen. So yeah, so like I'm like, when are you gonna get this done? And he's like, all right, I'm working on. But I guess he knew it wasn't right for me. And then voila, then
Here I
I
come.
meet Melissa. And sometimes, guys, if one door closes, maybe another one's gonna open for you. That's for instance, that's what happened to me. So never think if one door closes, like, oh my God, that's the end of it. Because maybe there's a reason why that door is closing, and just if you really want to put it out there in the universe and it does come back, it does come back in a better way.
Oh, it did. It came, another door did open, Teresa, with a loud ass crazy blonde standing there.
I like that. Yes. And I got this beautiful Melissa in my life, and I love it.
Surprise.
Yeah. And I love your energy. I love how, you're like, I love it. It's like, you have very high energy, which I do too. But our energies go great together, and that's really important.
It was the best. That's how we initially met. And then Jim and I were like, let's make this happen because Jim knew you wanted to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do more. And
Right.
I just knew that there was so much more that people didn't know about you. They don't know about me. And I'm like, this is all perfect. Like you said, the timing of it, right? It just fell into the right timing of everything. And then remember, we sealed the deal when we met in New York. You guys, I'm
Right.
crossing the street. Teresa, Louie, and Jim are standing there, and Josh and I are crossing the street. I go up to Teresa. You give me a hug, and you said, I'm so excited to do this with you. And it was dope. It was dope. It was meant to be. We were meant to be. It was awesome. You guys, that's our love story of how we met.
Yeah, so it was like not even, it just happened very like, like when you meet just someone like just randomly and it just happened, and we ended up getting married,
Now you're my partner in crime for life.
Yeah, so it's a good thing. So you never know where you're going to meet someone or where a good opportunity is going to come. So always keep your ears and eyes open, and just be willing, to accept, what's coming to you. And like I said, if one door closes, another door is going to open.
Totally. And that it didn't take as long. I mean, Jim and I were working behind the scenes for a while to get this going because there are like people think it's just a podcast. You throw on a mic, you open up your computer and you talk, and there you go. There is so much more, as you see too, Teresa, that goes into doing a podcast. And so behind the scenes, we were working on this baby for a while. But then once you and I really got jamming, I think it happened pretty quickly in the podcast space, at least for timing. But
Yeah,
again, all great things take time.
they do.
And here we are now. I mean, look how long we were practicing, Teresa, before we even recorded our first episode. Months?
Yes, yes.
Months, maybe? Teasers, practicing, just doing the run. I mean, we've been working at this, you guys, for you for a while. I know we're 4 episodes in. Really, we'd probably be 20 plus episodes in if you counted all of our test runs and practice and everything else.
But that's important. You need to do all that before you get going. So
1,000%. And look, now we're jamming 4 episodes in, baby. It feels like 4 years with you.
and we're gonna keep it going. That's why if you guys want to get to know us better, either Melissa or myself, just call in and just ask us anything you want. We're open to answer all your questions.
And that's why we're here. I mean, Teresa, how many conversations do you and I have on the phone where we're like, oh my gosh, that's a great thing that we're talking about. We should talk about this on the podcast. There's so much, you guys. We want to get into everything. Obviously, we can't get into every aspect of both of our lives in one episode, but there are so many things we do want to talk about, and your questions and emails only spark it more. And that's why this is so awesome, because there's just a million things we want to talk about and include you in and hear from you about.
Yes. Can't wait to hear from you guys.
So, Teresa, no, we've been talking. I decided to do a little painting on my house. I saw your beautiful, insanely awesome home in New Jersey, and that then inspired me to take my own home to the next level. And I found this awesome online paint called Claire. And Teresa, how dope is this? Claire has designer curated colors, mess-free peel and stick paint swatches, premium paint and supplies, and it's delivered to your own door.
That's amazing to hear. You don't have to go to a paint store. It's delivered right at your front doorstep.
Nope, you don't have to go to a store. I didn't even have to stress about picking colors. I used their Claire Color Genius. It's literally a 2-minute quick online quiz. You answer just a few questions about your space and your style, and Claire delivers a personalized paint color recommendation for you.
Wow, Melissa, that's great. I'm looking at the Claire website right now, and it's a female founded company, and their founder and CEO also happens to be an interior designer. And Melissa, you know how we are about supporting women.
As a business owner myself, that explains how Claire is able to curate such amazing colors. And that's probably also why their paint formulations are zero VOC. And Teresa, they are also Green Guard Gold certified for better indoor air quality.
So everyone needs to go to claire.com/namaste for 10% off your order.
That's claire.com/namaste to get 10% off your order. Teresa.
Yes.
Your body is banging since Dancing with the Stars. What?
Yeah, I want to keep it that way.
So you and I talk, and I don't know if a lot of people actually know this about me, that I'm a Stanford certified nutritionist.
Yeah, let everybody know, and they can reach out to you if they need help. Because I did. I reached out to you.
I know. Well, listen, I love helping with your stuff, and I love our conversations that we have about it. So a funny story with Teresa. We're talking about food, right? And I'm like, okay, let's eat this, let's eat this, let's eat this. And she's like, I mean, my yogurt, it was great, awesome. And she's like, I love this granola. I'm like, great, but granola, we have to do in smaller doses because it can be high fat, high sugar, etc. And she's like, totally got it. And you guys, she's literally just taking the whole box of it and just keeps probably 4 times that we're having this conversation, dumping it into her yogurt. And I'm like, yo, small doses.
I know. You're like half a cup. That's all you can have.
No, but I think, because everyone's used to just hearing me on the podcast and running my mouth about stuff, that I actually have my own business that I started helping people with their nutrition, whether you want to lose weight or just eat healthy. I've helped over 100 people, Teresa, lose over 500 pounds.
That's amazing. Amazing.
I love it. And I did it during COVID. I started the business because everyone was in a funk and a rut and just not in a good space physically. And then mentally they were going down. And then it was like, I'm just going to turn to the eating. And in the heart of COVID, I started this business, my strip business. And I was like, but why are people going to take me seriously? Just because I know food and I played sports my whole life. So I was like, I need to be legit and make this a legit thing. So I found a 3-year course that normally when you go and you take it, in school or online or whatever, it's a 3-year course, but it was condensed into 8 weeks. Cause I was like, I don't have time. I have 2 kids at the time under 4. I don't have time to go do this 3-year thing. Plus I want to get it done now. So I found a 3-year course condensed into 8 weeks. It about killed me, but I got it done in 8 weeks and became certified in being a nutritionist. So I love it. And I know you're into it and you want to keep it up from Dancing with the Stars. I love talking with you about food and working with you and all that stuff. I think maybe, how has it been going for you since dancing? I know that kind of got you in gear because physically you're moving, you're losing weight. How has it been since then?
Yeah, my partner, I don't know if I said this already. My partner, our third week of dancing, he lost 10 pounds.
Pasha?
Yes, our third week of dancing. And I think that's when I dropped a lot too, because it was a jive and we just were practicing our dance over and over and over again. So, because, you're moving around so much. And yeah, so I dropped a lot. So that's to me, the secret to losing weight is cardio. So cardio and eating right, the
Right.
two of them together is like amazing. And if you want to drop weight, that's the secret.
Wait a minute. So in the third week, 10 pounds total, or by time the third week hit, he had lost 10 pounds?
I think it was maybe that third week he lost 10 pounds. Like he got
Holy,
really skinny. Yeah.
because you guys were just dancing machines.
Yeah. We were like practicing over and over and over again, doing the same dance over and over again. But the jive is a lot of jumping.
It's a lot of movement.
Yeah.
Quick, fast movement.
Yes. So, and I remember that's when I got and I lost a lot of my weight, which I love too.
And now you're keeping it up. We're keeping you on the eating healthy track. I think that was the first thing that I brought that story up about the granola because I think that was the first time we ever really got into it. You were sitting in your kitchen and we were talking about it and I was sending you pictures of great stuff to eat and like, let's focus on this and not that. But I think that was the biggest thing so far because you said, I eat this granola. I love it. I go to a special store to get it.
I said I go to Short Hills Mall to buy it. I go all the way to Short Hills Mall to buy it.
You go all the way just for your granola. And here's the thing. We only have one shot at life, right? There's no dress rehearsal. Like this is it. So my whole thing, whether it's eating or anything, you got to be happy. But with the food, let's just do it in a healthier way. So you love your granola. I want you to have your granola. I just don't want you to have a whole box of it at one sitting. Maybe we just have a little less of it during the day. So I think that was my biggest thing with you or anybody. Let's just scale it back a little bit.
Yeah, no, and I have no problem doing that. And then you wanted me to tell you the how many grams of sugar it had, and then it had none, remember? And then you're like, that's not good.
The yogurt had no sugar and was low fat.
And then you also wanted me to give you
the granola nutrition, right?
And there was none for the granola.
No way, Jose.
Yeah, they didn't have any, remember?
No way. I thought they didn't have nutrition on the granola.
They didn't.
Well, they didn't have nutrition because they probably don't want to put the nutrition.
Exactly. And that's what you said. But, sorry, I still like it. So I'm not going to have that much, but I'm going to have a little.
That's good. Listen.
It's the best granola I've ever had.
I want you to have it. Listen, we got to be happy, right? We got to be happy. We just have smaller increments on it.
Exactly.
So now that you're not doing dancing, what are you doing are you doing any working out? Are you doing any cardio or anything?
Yes, I have the Nordic track bike. So that's going to be my cardio and then just walking outside.
That's amazing. So you're still keeping up with the cardio.
Yes, I am trying my best.
Well, listen, even if a little bit is better than none, cardio 1,000% is so important. It definitely starts with what you eat though, right? Because you could work out around the clock and then you go have burgers all day. It's not going to be really productive.
No, it does start with what you eat. I would say that's like what, 90%, right?
Right. I mean, I have
a lot of
knees. I've had multiple knee surgeries. So I can't run. Like I can run, but sometimes it hurts. So I do the elliptical and then I have I do, my arms and abs sit-ups every day. I'll
Yeah,
sit
no,
there
that's great.
watching TV and I'm just doing some sit-ups and just keeping the core tight.
Yeah, no, that's really important. You got to keep your body moving. And what I learned a lot during Dancing with the Stars, like we stretched every single day, and and got the heart going before we started. And I think that's important too. So everyone should always wake up in the morning and stretch. And it's like what you do before yoga anyway. Like I think that does a body good, stretching and get your cardio going a little bit before you start exercising.
Wait a minute, you're yoga certified. So do you still do yoga a lot?
I haven't been doing it so much, but like that's what I mean about stretching ahead of time. Like just stretch, like do your breathing, and stretching your body out, like your back, your legs, your arms. I think that's really important, and that does a body good. It really does.
And be namaste.
And being namaste, yes. Our next episode, we got to tell everybody how we came up with Namaste Bitches.
You guys, that is an amazing story. And hey, guess what? You just have to tune in next week to hear how we came up with the name Namaste Bitches.
And to everyone out there, we would love to hear your life stories. If you want to share them with us, or if you have any, if you want us to help you with your situation, we would love to. So please reach out to us. Melissa, where can they reach out to us?
Please share them at our number 424-241-0410. Or you can also email us anytime. That's at namastebpodcast@gmail.com.
That's all the time we have. Thanks for listening.
We are just getting started, though, you guys, and we will be with you every single Wednesday. So please follow, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, too. That's at Namaste Bitches Pod. Teresa, where can they follow you?
At Teresa Giudice, TeresaGiudice.
And I'm at Melissa Feaster. Thank you so much, you guys, for listening. And we will see you next Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Namaste, bitches.
See ya.